So, folks, one of the things that I saw that really made me happy on my birthday was that apparently the Miccosukee tribe, and we talked about this right before I went on vacation, had pushed a lawsuit against the Alligator Alcatraz facility in the Everglades. And part of it was that the facility is doing damage to the environment, and that environment holds sacred spiritual purpose for the Miccosukee. And, well, the judge agreed. So on the 22nd of last week, a judge ruled that Alligator Alcatraz has to close within 60 days, which is just really, really wonderful. What we saw from the court is not only a victory for the Everglades, it's a victory for the rule of law and for holding government accountable, said Eve Samples from Friends of the Everglades. The group argued that the government violated its own rules by opening the migrant detention center. District Court Judge Kathleen Williams noted that a plan to develop the site in the 1960s as a tourist airport was rejected because of the harm it could cause to the Everglades, noting that nothing has changed since that time. Which, damn, good job, local activists and local lawyers, for, finding that precedent and getting that shit shut down. Now, granted, of course, the government is going to try and appeal this, of course, but the fact of the matter is we have an actual ruling now, which is great, you know? An attorney with Earth Alliance emphasized the importance of agencies studying the impacts of proposals before taking action. It requires the agencies to look before they leap, to study the impacts of a proposal before they take action, Galoni said. And I wanted to take a look here. Despite the setback, DeSantis said, "This is not going to deter us. We're going to continue working on deportations, advancing that mission." And Curtis Osceola of the Miccosukee tribe, whose ancestral land hosts the facility, vowed to continue the fight. Quote, "We are prepared to go all the way to the Supreme Court. This is not the first time the tribe has been in a fight like this, and it probably won't be the last." And appeals have already been filed, of course, but that is a huge win, you know? Will they comply? Well, again, they're going to appeal it. They're going to keep going up the ladder. But it remains to be seen if, even in the appeal, maybe the judge will still order it to be shut down throughout the appeals process. So I think that this is going to be... I think that this is... I have a glimmer of hope that this will actually shut that shit down. And... it's something that should have never existed in the first place. It's a place that should never have been allowed to exist. We're talking about a place that is so cruel in its conditions that even the guards are quitting after less than a week on the job. And that's the guards who have the amenities.
This is such
of the
great
facility.
news. It's very encouraging the day after I got a sudden rug pull on all my TG treatment. I'm a 46-year-old trans refugee who's been on T for 10 years.
One-Eyed Heathen, I'm really sorry to hear that. Thank you for the $10 super chat. But it is incredibly heartening news, because I think it is really, really easy, and by design, it is really easy for all of us to feel like we are in this alone, but we're not alone. Not a single one of us is alone. Not a single one of us is fighting by ourselves in this. There are thousands, tens of thousands, millions of people who feel exactly the way you do. And they're all out there finding ways that they can push back, because each and every one of us is in a different position and has a different set of skills, a different set of access to the world around us. And we all need to, become the helpers that we're looking around for, Figure out what you can do and how you can work with other people in your community. It is really, really important that we each figure out what we can do, So, hats off to the Miccosukee tribe, and I wish them and the Friends of the Everglades ever more success in the court system. So, with that said, folks, remember, if you are looking for easy ways you can get involved on the local level, reach out to your local DSA or create your own local DSA branch. Reach out to Working Families Party or make your own Working Families Party branch. Join your local Dems. See if you can radicalize them. We need to do this. We need to organize together, figure out what kind of group you are interested in joining, join it, and do the good work. Okay, folks? Because that's what we all need to do, each and every one of us. It's hard not to feel alone, especially since I'm a Palestinian immigrant living in the Midwest. That's fair. I don't know what part of the Midwest you live in, Donkey Man, but I also live in the Midwest, and we will try our best to have your back. 34 shimps in DSA from the DSA shimp chat numbers. We need to build them up. Hell yeah. That's right. 34 members of this community have joined the DSA since I began, ending different segments with calls to action. So continue to raise those numbers up. I want to see 100 by the end of the year. Have you read the stat about a large portion of people under 30 having a positive view of socialism? I've read it. I take some heart in that. Younger people have been being drawn more and more towards socialism and socialist ideas, and I think that's great. Unfortunately, in better times, I might think, well, maybe we'll reach a critical mass in my lifetime and be able to do something with that. But just via osmosis. But we now need to take action more than ever.
Riverboat deck is going to town. All the viewers gather around. Twitch and YouTube is where she streams. All that content is bursting the seams. Politics, gaming, and plenty more. Her sense of fashion you'll adore. So grab your stuff and hop aboard. We're going straight to Jack's Discord.